Hello, this is Stephen Craig. So a few days ago, we got our scores from TAPS for our short films. And I was thinking, hey, why don't I just rank the short films we made at film production? So for each ranking, I am going to do a small review of why this video got the rank it did, the good things about it, the bad things about it. So, without further ado, let's get this thing rolling. So the worst film in this is Bacon and Eggs. You know, I'm just gonna show you this film, and you can see why I consider this the worst.
Mother Nature has gone too far. Evolution has progressed to where only chickens and pigs have human intellect. Once in an age of peace, now a time of distrust. Their growing unrest has resulted in the two animal factions separating for good.
You can't tell me who to love.
I'm disappointed in you. I thought I taught you better than this. I won't allow a pig into our perfectly plucked family. I'm not mad. I'm just thoroughly disappointed in you.
I need to get out of the coop for a while.
I got your telegram and I came here as fast as I could. I brought you your favorite muffin.
You always know how to cheer me up.
Look inside the muffin.
Wow, for me?
Yes, I love you.
You realize what you are doing, right? You are breaking the TAPS rule, Category 20, Section A, Subpoint 8. You can't marry that filthy pig because it is an illegal act, including, but not limited to, substance abuse.
But I love him.
Sir, I love your daughter. Please allow me to take her away in marriage.
I'll fight you for her.
Well, I'm no chicken. Fight!
That was a nightmare. What a nightmare.
So for number 7, it was the hardest choice to make. I had a very hard time choosing between where these two documentaries should be. As you can see, I didn't like those documentaries as much as the other films. So after rewatching both of these documentaries, I have to say that for number 7, it's Sadness Fades, Friends Made. So later on, I'm going to be talking about why it was a difficult choice to choose between Sadness Fades, Friends Made, and Congress of Vienna. Wait. But right now, I'm going to be talking about why I think Sadness Fades, Friends Made is not as good as the other films we made. First, let's start with the title. Do you see the Sadness Fades part? I did not see anybody sad throughout this entire film. Okay, I know that's a nitpick, but that still bothers me. I could talk about other problems with this film, but honestly, the biggest problem here is that there's absolutely no story. All this film is a collection of Grace Community School students either sitting around almost doing nothing, or waving at the camera basically saying I exist, or and maybe if you're lucky, you see somebody doing something weird. And I wouldn't mind it if it was either funny or interesting. Well, at least this film is no chicken. So before I show you this film, I have to also mention, for some reason there's a dog in this film. The only thing I can get out of it is man's best friend.
Hey pretty baby, am I in your way? Cause you walked out so fast yesterday. No, I don't think you're here to stay. No, I don't think you're here to stay. So tell me what you want, tell me how you want it. Tell me all the reasons that you're running away. here to stay. No, I don't think you're here to stay. No, no, no. I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you. Yeah. I just wanna be with you. Yeah, I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you. Yeah. I just wanna be with you. Yeah, I just wanna be with you.
There we go. Fine.
I just wanna dance all night. Get more problems I might go insane. I just wanna be with you. Yeah, I just wanna be with you. Hey, little lady said you feel the same, but I don't believe a word you say. 'Cause I don't think you're here to stay.
Seriously focusing.
No, I don't think you're here to stay. So tell me what you want. Tell me how you want it. Tell me all the reasons that you're running away. I don't think you're here to stay. No, I don't think you're here to stay. No, no, no. I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you. Yeah. I just wanna be with you. Yeah, I just wanna be with you.
First try.
I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you. Yeah. I just wanna be with you. Yeah, I just wanna be with you. I just wanna dance all night. Forget my problems, I might go insane. I just wanna be with you. Yeah, I just wanna be with you. I feel like you're lying, trying to be real, but you seem so fake. I'm so trying to move on, but you're in my way. I'm so trying to move on, but you're in my way. I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you. Yeah. I just wanna be with you. Yeah, I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you. Yeah. I just wanna be with you. Yeah, I just wanna be with you. I just wanna dance all night. Forget my problems, I might go insane. I just wanna be with you. Yeah, I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you. Yeah. I just wanna be with you. Yeah, I just wanna be with you.
Go on. Go.
So for number 6 is, oh come on, you know what it is. Here's why it was so difficult to choose between Sadness Fates, Friends Made, and Congress of Vienna. With Congress of Vienna, I just found it boring. Like, I could see somebody liking it, but to me, I'm not that interested in history, so I just found it boring. With Sadness Fates, Friends Made, well, you already know why I don't like it. I literally did that a few minutes ago. But here is why I think Congress of Vienna is slightly better than Sadness Fates, Friends Made. Congress of Vienna at least has somewhat of a story. I want to say more about how I didn't really like Congress of Vienna, but the problem is I couldn't find any real problems with it. I just find it boring.
My name is Rick Radcliffe, and I'm the Modern World History and U.S. History teacher here in the high school at Grace Community School. It is known as the Congress of Vienna simulation, and it is designed to give the students a more hands-on, kind of project learning-based activity that takes over the course of about a week with some days for them to prepare to dive into the country that they are representing and to dive into understanding their national interests of what, historically speaking, they really desire to take place at this Congress of Vienna.
Right. I'm Travis Cottle. I'm France, and my expectations is that France will become part of a glorious empire made up of some different countries, Austria, Britain, and Prussia's kind of iffy in there, but we'll see. Hopefully France comes out on top, but I'm not going to be sore if we come in second. That's about it.
My name is Susie. My country is Prussia, and well, my country is not going to do well because everybody has ganged up on us, but we will bring them down.
Alright, my name is Jake Tanner, and I'm representing the country of Russia. And I'd say my expectations for this little simulation thing are, well, we have kind of a little bit of an alliance with Prussia, and we're trying to root against Austria and France. And we have somewhat of an unspoken alliance with Britain, and I hope that that will be enough for us to win.
Hey, I'm Paige from Austria, and I expect a lot of my alliances to go really well. So hopefully third, second.
I'm Mason. I am in Great Britain, and my expectations for the Congress of Vienna. Well, I think because of some of the treaties that have been made, that probably the people that are going to come out on top will probably be Austria, Russia, and Great Britain. But I don't think it's going to be a very successful for anyone. I think we'll probably all have lots of negative points, but I do think those countries will probably come out on top. So.
The Congress of Vienna being a major event that is looked at as kind of a precursor to the present-day United Nations, a diplomatic meeting of multiple countries to try and solve different issues. Specifically, these students here during the Congress of Vienna simulation participated in trying to figure out what to do with different territories. And the reality is, if the countries cannot come to a compromise or to a solution to where nothing is being solved, there are consequences for that.
Major powers! You have negative 20. You have about a 1 minute recess if need be.
And the longer it goes, consequences become greater. But for each country, again, understanding the national interests of your country, as well as if you can understand the national interests of the other countries, it does help in understanding the actual Congress of Vienna simulation. Now, regarding the actual outcome of the class, I will say every year, every class, I personally understand what needs to take place in order for different countries to be successful. But the reality is every year is different. And I enjoy looking in hopes that these students will become passionate about their country. And once again, I was able to witness a number of students becoming rather passionate about their country, which always makes it more enjoyable and honestly makes it definitely more memorable. And so in the end, when I get to announce who it is as the winner, there are those that are always surprised, and there are those that also are a little bit frustrated that it weren't them or that it wasn't them. And that's good and that's okay, because that is how sometimes the international stage of politics goes. Sometimes one country leaves feeling really good and another country feels as though it didn't go their way this time. But then realizing that tomorrow is still going to come, and understanding that it's okay if it didn't maybe go your way this time. And also understanding maybe what issues are non-negotiables for your country, and being willing to maybe take a penalty or understand that this is the consequence if you're going to take this stand. And I do believe, watching different alliances that were made, it was fun to see how those played out, the realization that some of these alliances that some countries made really were not maybe in their best interest to actually agree to this, but also to see them actually fulfill, though, still their alliance and follow through with their word in this simulation was also neat to see, which happened a couple of times as well with this class. So again, overall, I think my expectations of what was going to happen is that I would see a class with students that were passionate about their country and passionate about wanting to do well. And once again, I was able to see that. And even though not every country came away feeling as though they won, because it was not the case, I do hope and believe that these students enjoyed it and hopefully truly learned something about the importance and the impact of international politics on the grand scheme of things, and hopefully have a good perspective on what it might take to get some things passed in the political scene. And so in the end, it was definitely a memory for myself, and hopefully a memory for these students that will stay with them.
Yes, I hope you had at least fun, as this was something maybe a little out of the ordinary of your usual. Yes, maybe it was stressful at times, but I will say, as hopefully you saw from those questions, and hopefully you put some thought into it, I mean, what is real life is your ability to work with others, not just on a global scale, if you ever one day get to that point, but also from a local scale. So, that being said, hopefully you will remember the Congress of Vienna in the years to come, all the good, the bad, and the ugly with it. All right, have a good
At number 5, it's Mr. Gilbert's Magical Stuff. For a film that our whole class had to come up in less than an hour, it surprisingly turned out well. We also had some interesting concepts to go with it, like every time Aiden sneezes, snaps his fingers, claps, or stomps, he has a different item, and every so often we'll have Mr. Gilbert appearing wearing everything Aiden already wore so far. And I like the idea that we added after credit scenes. It just feels interesting that it still takes place even when he's off the stage and is paying homage to modern films. There's really not much to say, I just really enjoyed it.
pickup trucks. Got old Hank cranking way up loud. Got coolers in the back, tailgates down. There's a big
Look at this.
I want my stuff back.
Oh, what?
Good work. Thanks, man.
Every Friday night there's a steady cloud of dust that leads back to a field filled with pickup.
Well, hey there, miss.
Hello.
Would you go on a date with me?
Why, yes.
I knew you were gonna say yes.
Well, I don't know about this anymore.
Oh, darn. I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh, did you approve? Did you?
Thanks, man.
I didn't see something.
Well,
I just
In my mind, in my head, number 4 is called mind. Good CGI, catchy song here. This is what I waited for. In my mind, in my head, this is almost better than mine. Unfortunately, it just suffers from one major problem. It's just a music video. Now don't get me wrong, I do like music videos, but it has the same problem with Sadness Fades, Friends Made, of there not being a story. But the major difference between Mind and Sadness Fades, Friends Made, is that mine is 10 times more entertaining than that, and I know that Jacob put a lot of hard work and effort into it. Alright, one more So at number 3, it's Susie. I'm not going to be talking about this film much because, well, I made it, and I think it'd be a little biased if I talked about why I liked it. So instead, I'm gonna let Teddy and Wormy talk about it. So, what do you think about the film? I couldn't have said it better. Now, unlike the other films, I am not going to be showing Susie because I already uploaded it to my channel. If you want to go see Susie, there's a link in the description. Hopefully. So at number 2, it's Silencing the... This has to be one of the most interesting cases, as the first time I saw it, I didn't really like it. I think one of the reasons I liked it better the second time was because Macy decided to add some more music to it, and it really adds up to the story. Every single song used in Silencing the was perfectly executed. There's not really much else I want to say about it, except that everything else is also perfectly executed.
How'd you know?
The yellow? A little elf told me yellow was your favorite color.
You'll be back soon, right?
Yes, sweetheart. I'm just taking a short trip. I'll be back in a few days. Promise me you'll fill in every page, okay?
Yeah, we have that. That'll be 10.
77 with tax.
You want a bag?
Nope. Thank you.
If not himself.
I love you so much. Yes, there were times I'm sure you...
Hey, Dad. I got my Christmas present. I love it.
Then he has not.
You need to get here. And why won't you pay your child support either?
To say the things.
Please pick up.
He truly feels.
I miss you so much.
Look, I try to be patient with you, but I don't think I can live up to your expectations as a husband.
Here from you, I want things to be this way. And this is all your fault, and things always have to go my way.
My way.
Out of all of the films that I have ranked, nothing comes even close to Knock. Up until now, all the other films are like, you don't really take them seriously. This has to be the only exception. The music is perfectly executed. The story is complex. You feel bad for the characters and everything you want in a good film. So, without further ado, let's end this ranking with a bang! Thank you so much for watching my video. We hope that you enjoyed it, and hopefully next year we can make better films. But until then, from the film production crew, we say bye.